Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on Friday, November the 1st. And hey, we are kicking the month off on a very green note. Very, very happy with my trading this forenoon. It is 1:30 in the afternoon, but I have not traded since about 11:15. I've just not felt like it. We're going right back into this chop zone, but we basically ended up with 1558 in profits today. Really nice morning on the Apex accounts, brand new account. We had a nice $120 win on that account, which is great. I did copy trade everything. I did not get this account right away, and so I took like one or two trades on the other accounts before I added this one, so that's why its balance is a little bit lower, but the rest of them were pretty much at 140, just under 140, and then we've got that one at 120. But nice $800 winner or winning day for those accounts, which is good. And then on UProfit, I also had a really nice day, as has been the normal with this account. We had a $755 winning day today. One of the things I did kind of mess up on, I really left some money on the table. I did go long right here on this consolidation and got out of that trade, got back in it, and I got out of that trade here. And I was kind of thinking I had my profit target somewhere up here. And what I should have done is when this started moving back towards or back to my entry, I just took my profit. And you can see I re-entered here on this little hitchhiker setup here and took profit again, somewhere right here, right at this 300 or 250 level. And we pulled back again and continued this move up. So really the mistake I made, yes, I had a decent day, and I had a couple small trades here in the morning, but ended up, these were the trades that I made the most money on and got me up to the 755. But the key really should have been to enter here and then just hold. And that is one of the things that I have struggled to do, is to hold and see a trade run up to 600, 700 in profit and then pull back and then continue to go. When it gets to this pullback, I have a really tough time holding on to that. And I'm just sharing that with you. That is one of the struggles that I have. And I have to get over that. I mean, the one thing that I probably should do with this UProfit account is get a trade to where I'm 200 to 300 in profit, where I've got it, at least I've got a bit of a profit for the day, and then just put my stop loss there and then let the trade run in the direction I think it's going to go. And if it stops me out, fine. If it doesn't stop me out, great. If I get the full win, that's how I could get to, $1,000 to $2,000 trades trading one mini. So the thing is, with this account, there's no trailing drawdown, so I don't lose anything if I don't get a full fill. As you can see, though, definitely just kind of a choppy session from that point forward. So I'm really happy with where I'm at, and I am at 53,000. So I'm kind of at that point where I had wanted to take this account. So I'll just show you the actual account itself. This is where it's at. Let's see if we can make this bigger, might work better. And so you can see, the account balance is at 53,080. So right now I've got 5,000 in drawdown, and I'm contemplating about maybe taking 1,000 out and leaving 2,080 as which would then become my drawdown, because the static drawdown goes away at that point and it becomes 50,000. So I may take $1,000 out and then leave 2,000 in it, so I have a buffer to work with, and then just try to work on growing the account from there. Just to show you some statistics, I mean, the average win rate on this account, 62%, which is about my normal. That's probably a little bit better than normal, actually. And I've just had, consistent, solid days. Really had one red day so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Today is day 9, and 1 out of 9. So I have traded this account extremely well. So pretty happy with that. I may add some more UProfit accounts and see if I can pass some more of those. But going back to the Apex side of things, I took a couple of trades here today. And again, I feel like I need to get up to this 300 to 400 daily profit goal if I'm going to really move the needle on these things. But as with this market, and as you can see, about the time I exited here, we kind of double topped. We did a little pullback, had another little move up, and then we are just kind of starting to do this chop, and you see VWAP starting to go flat. And honestly, I just don't feel the need to continue to push it and try to keep taking some more trades. That's really where the wheels have come off the last few times that I've had red days is I've continued to trade, and then I'll have a losing trade and then try to make that back, and it results in another losing trade, and then all at once you're not in a good position. So I would rather take my $1,500 and call it good for the day. So that's kind of where I'm at. So again, one of the things I want to point out is some of my thought process on a couple of these trades. This one in particular, here we have a nice little hitchhiker setup. We had this red candle was green when I took the entry right here, which is a really good setup. But on ES at that exact time frame, we were actually, that green candle is here, and we were below this 5,800. And if you look, in my opinion, I thought the 5,800 was going to be a pretty key level today, and it definitely looked like we were rejecting. I thought about not taking that setup because of ES being below 5,800, but then I said, hey, it is my setup. I got to take it. I'm not one to try to figure out which ones are going to work and which ones don't. So I did take a loss there that my gut kind of told me probably wouldn't work. The trade wouldn't work out. But I did grab a nice short here and then jump back in here for a nice hitchhiker long, pretty nice win there, about $80 trade right there. In the morning session, I did take a fairly early trade, I think around 9:30, not 9:30, 10, around 10 o'clock. And this one here, I just got a horribly bad fill. I wanted to enter right here, right off this candle, and I hit market order. And when I hit market order, now I've got to switch out so that goes away. When I hit market order, it immediately it spiked at the exact time I hit market order, and it filled me all the way up here. And I really thought about just closing it when I was, $8 to $10 in profit. And I thought, well, maybe it'll continue. We were still in that early morning volatility where the market was moving quite a bit. And I really should have just killed it because it did come back and stop me out. So that was a bit unfortunate. I liked the setup, and I would have had an okay trade. If I'd had my entry here where I wanted to, I would have got my first target filled on this move up, and I could have survived this pullback or got out break even or something, but we would have continued the move. So anyway, that was just a bit unfortunate, and it's okay. Now going back to the 5,800 level, and as you know, if you notice, since this morning, we have struggled to even get above the 250s, or since about noontime, we have struggled to get above the 250s on NQ. And here's what I was looking at on ES. So here's this 5,800 level. Notice how yesterday we bounced right off that level. We fell through this morning. Or yesterday, we fell through that yesterday. This was in the early morning session. Then yesterday we fell through that, pushed back up to it today, and we did reject. And I want to show you why I think this is such a bigger level. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. If we go back, look at what this 5,800 has done right here. So here's the 5,800 level. We had, going back to September, we bumped our heads on that level. We kind of had a couple, so to speak, rejections through here. Very nice rejection here, another one here. And then when we really crossed over it, we held it, and then we bounced off of it here in late October, and then we fell back through. So I really felt like this level really we needed to strongly reclaim it for a move up or see this rejecting. Now let's go back to this trade. This trade this morning where, I had this hitchhiker set up long that I took that ended up being a losing trade. That was right at this time frame when we were starting to reject the 5,800 on ES. So I don't know. I'm just sharing mentally where I was at. I felt like today I was really seeing things quite well, and maybe I should have just not taken that trade, but I thought to myself, like I said earlier, the setup is there. I better take it, even though I was thinking, gosh, this 5,800 looks like it's going to reject, which it ultimately did on ES. And it's why I like to look at both. I typically have, if I'm trading NQ here, I'll have ES on this little 5-minute chart down here so I can see it. If I'm trading ES, I'll have NQ down here where I can see the 5-minute. So I'm looking at both of these as I'm taking trades, and it really just helps my decision making. outside of days like yesterday. Days like yesterday did not help my decision making. I did not have my best foot forward yesterday. But anyway, I haven't even showed you TradeZilla. Let's go there. Here's the day, 66% win rate, really nice win rate today. And yeah, just starting the month off on a very, very positive note. And the other thing that's really great about this is, let me move this clock out of the way. We don't need that clock anymore. The other thing that's really nice about this is I bounced back completely from the red day I had yesterday. So if we go to this week, you can see yesterday's red day was 1,200, and today we had a almost $1,600 green day. So that feels really good to me to bounce out of that. And so we ended the week up. We ended with a 785 red week, but it just feels great bouncing back from that. And I had two big red days on the week, a big nearly $3,000 red day on Monday, and then the $1,200 red day yesterday. And then obviously we had a nice bounce back today and had pretty solid days on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I feel like, yesterday was what it was. And, I had a couple red days sprinkled throughout October, but I think we got ourselves on track and we know what we're doing. So I don't say that arrogantly by any stretch of the imagination. I just feel like I'm definitely trading well, and I just need to manage my risk and be very, very careful with the trades I take. And when I do that, things turn out quite well. So anyway, good start to the month. Really happy about that. Hopefully we can push forward and continue to do good things in the month of November. So all right, I think I'll leave you with that. Well, actually, I want to show you one more thing. This kind of shows what happened this week in total. So on the existing Apex accounts that I have, I basically lost about $350 on average on those 5, and then we made $120 this morning on the brand new one, and then obviously we had about an $870 profit on the UProfit account. So overall, not a bad week considering it was a bit of a red week with the big red day that we had on Monday. So we are going to enjoy the weekend and be back at it on Monday. On the eval side of things, or the discount code side of things, the Take Profit Trader deal is still going on at 40% off. And I believe, well, let me just share this. I checked this morning, and I could still use the coupon code and get an 80% off evals, even though Apex says it's no longer good. So I don't know, is that glitch? Are they going to fix that, or is the 80% off deal still going on? But I believe as of right now, it is. They haven't announced anything new. I'm sure they will at some point. But if it's not 80%, it's probably 50%. And then the $85 lifetime PA fee seems to be in place as well. So hopefully that does stay. But anyway, thanks for using code BCT, which gets you the best deal and helps support my channel. I do appreciate that. If you're new here, feel free to like and subscribe. I try to do these updates on pretty much a daily basis. So appreciate that. And just kind of a heads up, over the next probably 2 weeks, I may or may not have an update every single day. I've got a lot going on. My schedule is going to be a little bit hectic, and I'm not sure if I'm going to trade every single day or have time to do updates. It just depends on how my day goes, or if I even take a trade. So if you miss an update, it's because I probably didn't trade or only took a couple trades and didn't have time for an update. So anyway, thanks for following along. Have a great weekend. Let's get back at it on Monday. Be careful. Monday, Tuesday are probably going to be a bit crazy because of election on Tuesday. And I just think that the big earnings we had this week, and then the election volatility, it has definitely affected the market. So let's just be careful out there. And so have a good weekend. Have a good Monday. And I think I'll be trading on Monday, so I should have an update for you on Monday afternoon. So take care, and so long.